Hello there guys and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars weekly news roundup, and today I have a fair bit to discuss with regards to casting news for upcoming TV shows, as well as a small piece of video game news for you as well. Now if you do enjoy today's video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure all those notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on any more content. So I'll start with the game news today, as firstly, earlier this week the development studio on the remaster of Episode 1 Pod Racer came out saying that the game is further delayed for release on the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch due to the working from home conditions that most of the world is currently in. Now as far as I'm aware, there is no official release date now, but when we know more I will be sure to make you all aware. In other game news, the Darth Maul Old Master Challenge is being changed from 5,000 Maul kills to 5,000 kills as Dark Side heroes for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now this change will be coming in an upcoming patch for the game, and as of right now there is no release date for this patch, but of course I'll make a video on it when we know more. Now onto the casting news. We have a ton of rumours regarding the Mandalorian Season 2 and the Cassian Andor TV show. So I'll start with the casting show, as that is a lot smaller, but according to the Bespin Bulletin, Jimmy Smits and Alistair Petrie are both in talks in reprising their roles as Bail Organa and General Draven for the Cassian Andor series. Now the other week we had news with regards to Mon Mothma making appearances in the show as well, so seeing Bail come back is no surprise, and General Draven would also make a ton of sense as well, and it'll be really interesting to see what role he has in the show. Now onto the Mandalorian Season 2. Firstly, Disney's new CEO Bob Chapek confirmed that Season 2 will not be delayed due to COVID-19 and is still on target for the October 2020 release date on Disney+. Now onto the casting rumours with regards to the show. Obviously these are just rumours, so do take these with grains of salt. And personally I do think some of these characters do make actually a lot of sense to appear in a certain way. I know a lot of people are annoyed at the rumours because they're saying they're taking the Mandalorian away from being its own thing, but I personally don't really have an issue. At the end of Season 1 we saw Moff Gideon with the Darksaber. Now the last time we saw that was in the hands of Bo-Katan in Star Wars Rebels. Now in recent news it has been reported that Katie Sackhoff will be appearing as Bo in Season 2 of the show. Now Katie is of course the voice of Bo in Clone Wars and Rebels, and as I just said, she was the last to hold the Darksaber as far as we see. So I think there are two ways I can see this happening. Either Bo was killed by Moff Gideon or someone in the Great Purge, and then we potentially see that in a flashback, or it was taken from her and she appears in the present to attempt to reclaim the saber. Either way, I think it would be really cool to see her in the show, and personally I have no issue with seeing all these characters appear, and it just deepens their story and makes everything link together nicely, which is actually something I really love about Star Wars. I know a lot of people don't like this whole fan service stuff, but I actually personally really enjoy it. In other casting news, it was also stated that Ahsoka and Sabine Wren will appear in Season 2 of the show. Now I know this has been a thing for quite some time, however last week it was also reported that they will only appear for one episode. That ultimately helps to set up their own show. Now we know Leslie Headland is working on a show that has a female-centric role, so perhaps this could be that show, though it was also stated that her show takes place in a different timeline part of Star Wars, so we'll have to wait and see. With regards to who is playing these characters, if we see them, obviously Rosario Dawson has been kind of casted as Ahsoka a lot with the rumours, and then obviously I imagine it will be the normal Rebels actress for Sabine. Now with Sabine being a Mandalorian, I do feel as though seeing her would be quite interesting. The show is obviously about a Mandalorian, so I have no issue seeing a fellow Mando appear, and also I think seeing Sabine in live action would be really cool, and at the end of Rebels, Ahsoka was with her before they obviously set out to what I can only assume is to find Ezra and Thrawn, so if we do see Sabine, it wouldn't really be any real shock to see Ahsoka along with that. And lastly on the casting news for today, Tamora Morrison is also rumoured to appear in Season 2 as not one but two characters. Firstly, it's been heavily rumoured to see Boba Fett in the show, and many speculate that we actually saw him at the end of Episode 5 of Season 1, though many others feel as though it was Moff Gideon. I personally feel like it would make no sense to be Gideon at all, and the noise made from the character's walk sounds exactly like Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back.
He will not be permanently damaged.
Lord Vader, what about Leia?
Now it was also reported by Star Wars Direct that Boba will play a bigger role in Season 3, however there is no actual source on this, and Season 3 is still very early in development, so I'm not really going to look into that too much. Now, as for the second character, it was reported that Tem will also appear in the show as Captain Rex. Now, my assumption is that if we do see Captain Rex, he will be with Ahsoka and Sabine. However, I do really remain speculative on that. Now, as I said, guys, all of this casting news here is just simply rumours, so don't take any as official confirmation. Now, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, whether you would like to see these characters appear in the show or not. That is it from me today, though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.